When discussing the most technically advanced helicopters ever built by humans, the US always has something up its sleeve. Whether the focus is on reducing emergency response times or combat effectiveness, the Apache AH-64 is a trailblazer. The Apache helicopter has continued its 21st century evolution. The latest Guardian model, the AH-64E, boasts remote drone control capabilities, upgraded engines, and sensors with the capacity to highlight muzzle flashes in the combat zone. This video will focus on why no one can beat the American helicopter. However, before we get into the details, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the Military Technology Updates channel. What makes this helicopter so fearsome? In 1991, before dawn, 8 sleek, missile-packed helicopters flew low over the An-Nafud desert sands as they soared toward the border between Iraq and Saudi Arabia. Later that day, the helicopters went to work in teams of 2. The rocket engines flashed while Hellfire missiles homed in on 2 Iraqi radars powerful enough to potentially pick up a stealth aircraft's faint signature. The radars were reduced to rubble as Nighthawk stealth jets flew through the 20-mile-wide radar gap. For these jets to fly through the Baghdad, Army Apache attack helicopter flyers struck and blew down a clear path for the jets. That's the Apache AH-64 helicopters at work, and indeed, they are America's fastest. Nearly 30 years later, the Apache's status as the world's premier attack helicopter remains unchallenged. It continues to see wide action in the Middle East, just as it is selling in nations like the United Kingdom, India, Taiwan, and Egypt. The $35 million armored attack helicopter, capable of packing up to 16 anti-tank missiles under its short wings, remains supreme, and for a good reason. Its origins date back to the US withdrawal from the Vietnam War, when the American Army had to turn its attention back to the massive mechanized armies of the Warsaw Pact. Gunships on helicopters had come in very handy in Vietnam for launching pinpoint strikes and loitering air support. However, the relatively lightly armed Viet Cong had shot down hundreds of them. Apparently, the Red Army had mustered heavier anti-aircraft defenses with huge tank armies that would be hard to outmatch by anti-personnel rockets and machine guns. Amidst all this was also the need for a helicopter fit to deal with the Soviet tank division. The US Army ultimately had to decide between the stretched Cobra-looking Bell YAH-63 and the McDonnell Douglas YAH-64. There weren't many individuals that thought much of the tricycle landing gear and twin-shaft rotor of the McDonnell Douglas. Still, in 1976, the Army selected the YAH-64, and by custom, permission was obtained from Apache elders to name the helicopter after the Native American tribe. And what a befitting name it is. The AH-64's tandem seating puts the pilot taller in the rear than a weapons officer and co-pilot just by the nose. Since both the gunner and pilot can fly the helicopter, the pilot uses PNVS wide-angle infrared night vision system for navigation. As for the gunner, it employs a rotating TADS targeting system. This system combines zoomable infrared cameras with a turret-mounted laser target. The turret-mounted laser target is positioned close to the nose of the Apache. The men on the aircraft are protected by 2,500 pounds of lightweight boron plates and Kevlar-lined seats. The Kevlar-lined seats and boron plates protect them from ubiquitous 12.7mm machine guns and 23mm anti-aircraft guns. Also, the fuel tanks have a self-sealing protection system. Laser and radar warning receivers alert the crew to impending missile attacks for further protection. There's also a rotor-mounted ALQ-144A infrared jammer that can help deflect heat-seeking missiles. So yes, it offers so much security. You'd feel safe enough even in a war zone. There are 2 turboshafts, the 1,700 horsepower T700 GE701 hung on each side of the fuselage. The tail rotors are made of both composite materials and steel, which gives speeds of 182 miles every hour. One amazing factor is that despite weighing almost 9 tons when loaded, the Apache proved to be exceptionally agile, with the capacity to twist and turn. You would understand from all these qualities why it is both feared and therefore highly sought after in the military market. So, what is the design for the Apache? As stated earlier, this attack helicopter is equipped with 2 turboshaft engines, each providing 1,265 kilowatts. General Electric T700 GE701 engines power the American Apache. However, the UK Apache is powered by Rolls-Royce and Turbomeca RTM322 engines. This gives it all the muscle for its exquisite performance. The AH-64 Apache can climb at a speed of 889 meters per minute. This aggressive machine's cruise and maximum speeds are 260 kilometers per hour and 279 kilometers per hour, respectively. The range of the shuttle is 1,900 kilometers, while that of the helicopter's service ceiling is 6,400 meters. Still, the Apache offers more as its endurance goes for 3 hours and 9 minutes. The helicopter generally weighs over 5,000 kilograms, but its maximum takeoff weight is 10,433 kilograms. Some models of this helicopter are equipped with Northrop Grumman's millimeter wave longbow radar. This radar system incorporates an integrated radar frequency interferometer to aid passive location and identification of radar emission threats. One of the benefits of a millimeter wave is that it works in low visibility conditions. Plus, it's less sensitive to ground clutter. Such versions can perform an attack in 30 seconds. How does it work? The radar dome unmasks for a single radar scan before it unmasks again. Then, the processors determine the location, direction, and speed of travel for as many as 256 targets. The TADS, or Target Acquisition Designation Site, together with a pilot's night vision sensor, was developed by Lockheed Martin, and you can always expect top-quality sensors from Martin. The turret-mounted TADS offers pilots a direct view and television. It also features forward-looking infrared 3 field-of-view optics. This amazing tool helps with detection, searching, and surveillance. So really, an aviator using this helicopter is not at all worried about fighting in the dark because there are just so many options and tools to make light work. Are there still upgrades to this? The Apache has undergone loads of transformation over the years to keep up. From 1984's AH-64A to today's AH-64E version 6. The only thing unchanged is its reputation as the world's most advanced and proven attack helicopter. With more than 1,200 aircraft operating for military units around the world, it has logged more than 4 million flight hours, 1.3 million of which have been in combat. There's no way around the power of the AH-64 Apache and what it represents. It is the backbone of the US Army's attack helicopter fleet. With the AH-64E still in production until 2028 minimum, the Apache will serve the US Army and its partner nations as the world's premier attack helicopter, probably into the 2060s. As America continues its investments in next-generation military tech, Apache offers an affordable modular open systems architecture, and this open system is capable of serving as a centerpiece on the MDO, aka Multi-Domain Operations Battlefield, for decades into the future. The AH-64E version 6 is the latest Apache configuration, and indeed, it is all ready for the MDO battlefield. It is fully integrated with a network-centric weapon system created specifically for dominance in a complex and highly contested battle space. Its features are all the rage, as the Apache version 6 comes with aircraft sensors, weapons performance, and software. Also, this Apache version is designed for interoperability within the Joint Operations Across Domains Ecosystem, or JADO. The AH-64E V6 is lethal, agile, and features a survivability system providing the maneuverability and performance necessary for combat success. This machine will be hard to beat, with the provision and integration of advanced capabilities through a layered effect of onboard and offboard sensors and independent long-range weapons. It also possesses the connectivity required to use all the tools the ecosystem can bring, which further places this battle attack helicopter in a class of its own. There are also upgraded Block II versions. The first of the upgraded Apaches reached the American Army in 2003. These included upgrades to the digital communication systems of 96 Model A Apaches. It worked on improving communications within the tactical internet. By 2007, Boeing delivered the first extended Block II to the US military. However, you might also want to note that in 2005, the US Army awarded Boeing a development contract for upgrades to a certain Block III. This entered service in 2011. By 2009, the inaugural flight test of the AH-64D Apache was completed with Block III structures. So, what's in Block III? It concerns further digitization with a joint tactical radio system, upgraded engines, and propulsion systems. They also upgraded their ability to control uncrewed aerial vehicles with a new composite rotor blade feature. These new blades increase the Apache's cruise speed, payload capacity, and rate of climb. The blades completed the flight testing in 2004. For more upgrades, the SES, aka Science Engineering Services, is partnering with Boeing in upgrading AH-64D helicopters to Block III configuration. The organization is tasked with inspecting, disassembling, and repairing Apache AH-64D helicopters. After inspecting and repairing, the helicopters are then shipped to Boeing in Mesa, Arizona to incorporate the AH-64D Apache Block III. To show the work that goes into these helicopters, in 2016, the US Army returned as many as 117 AH-64D models to be remanufactured and transformed into Apache AH-64E. A good product costs good money, and the contract costs $1.5 billion. Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, Military Technology Updates. Let's get back to the video. What's the demand for the Apache like? The UK, seeing the power and potential of the Apache, signed an intergovernmental agreement with the US for the procurement of 50 AH-64Es back in 2016. Initially, 2 were delivered to the British Army by late 2020, and the United Kingdom expects to take delivery of all the helicopters by the year 2024. In March 2017, the US Army entered into another deal with Boeing. A $3.4 billion multi-year deal was signed for 268 AH-64E Apaches. The firm completed delivery of the 500th Apache to the US Army 2 years ago. AH-64Es are believed to replace the Apache Mark I, and the replacement is slated for this year. The Mark I features upgraded sensors and avionics to deliver better performance. Morocco also joined interest later in 2020. They placed an order for 24 AH-64E configuration aircraft under the Foreign Military Sales Program. They hope to get the aircraft by 2024. We've also seen the Indian Air Force join the party. Boeing delivered the remaining 5 AH-64E helicopters to the Indian Air Force in July 2020. The list is a lot like the Netherlands, South Korea, Japan, Saudi Arabia, and many more. Other powerful helicopters. Besides the Apache helicopter, there are also some other powerful ones too, like the AH-1Z Viper, which has new powerful engines plus a new rotor and uprated transmission, upgraded avionics. There's also so much it offers. It also comes with a target sighting system to aid combat at night. This deadly machine is also fitted with an infrared suppression system. This covers exhaust, leading to improved effectiveness. The Viper comes with a 20mm 3-barrel cannon for armor and can carry as many as 16 Hellfire anti-tank guided missiles. The aircraft weapon is an upgraded version of the popular Ka-50 Hokun with 2 seats. The helicopter first hit the skies with the Russian army back in 2008. Besides this, there is a Ka-52, which is among the fastest and most maneuverable attack aircraft in the world, all thanks to its 2 coaxial contra-rotating main rotors. The armor for this gunship impressively withstands hits from 23mm projectiles. Plus, it has ejection seats for the pilots. The Russian gunship is armed with a 30mm cannon and up to 12 Vickers anti-tank missiles. But still, do they measure up to the Apache? Very doubtful. If you enjoy watching videos like this, then leave a like and subscribe to the channel Military Technology Updates. That way, you don't miss out on our next videos.